Hi, friends. Okay, I know there's some weird lighting because I never record these in the afternoon, but here I am recording in the afternoon, not at the butt crack of dawn. What? I know. So 1st of July, July 1st, that's when I'm recording it. I may even post it today. We're just going to have to see. But have you ever just woken up feeling that things are just, it's all going to work out? You don't know how it's all going to work out, but it's just all going to work out. Nothing's happened. Nothing's changed. It's just all going to work out. And just have that feeling today. And I think I don't know why I have it, but I think I've needed it. So I started even doing these videos. I have realized that it's almost like I'm waiting to report something. You know, I'm at the bottom of the bounce and I need to report that I won the lottery, I paid off the house, I did this, I did that, IRS forgave everything, whatever it is, right? That the only way I was going to bounce up was changing all of these things, right? And I've been really frustrated because things aren't changing. They're not changing quickly enough. Taxes are done. That's done. Okay, chore, check. The bankruptcy thing. Well, you know what? You still owe a lot of money. You still got to pay the bills. The job is the same. The money is the same. And now I've been like, it's so hard for me to record because I feel like I don't have anything to report. You know, it's almost like I'm failing again every time I go to do this. No, I haven't figured anything out. I haven't made more money. I don't have anything to say. There's nothing that's different. I don't want to say the same thing. So I kind of just got into a mindset of I'm not doing enough. I'm doing everything I can do, but I'm just not doing enough. I don't know what I have to do. And so I actually, the other day I've been listening to a lot of business podcasts because that's been my focus, right? I have to bounce up by making more money and doing the business things. So I've been listening to several business podcasts on the way to work and on the way back, which is also a little exhausting because it's just business mindset all the time, right? And I guess a week ago or so, I was like, oh, okay, I don't even know what I'm going to listen to this morning. You know what? Whatever pops up. And it happened to be Hal Elrod, who I've talked about him before on here. He wrote The Miracle Morning, which I'm a huge believer in. I haven't been doing it because I've been stressed out and exhausted. But it was his podcast. And I listened. Okay, what the universe said. It's not business. It's just kind of mindset stuff. And I'm thinking, probably good. This makes sense. And I listened. And I listened again the next day. And I have been listening to many of the episodes on his podcast and realizing, part of my bounce is going to be my mindset. I was so hard on myself because I felt like everybody was kind of down on me, with the exception of like 2.5 people. Everybody's down on me and they're, saying shit and griping and complaining and, I'm not doing this, and have you thought about that, and why don't you do this, and oh my God, why can't you do that? Like, to where I'm like so sensitive, like my skin is just ripped off. So every time I heard somebody like, well, what are you thinking? Why don't you just do this? Well, why don't you? And I'm trying to explain my situation. And I don't want to be the girl who has a problem for every solution. And so it started feeling like that. And then it felt like there was a bunch of judgment. And I became so sensitive. And I still am. Like, I'm doing all I can do. What do you think I'm not doing? And listening to the podcast, it's like, you know what? I almost was like, I don't know. I'm pretty woo-woo. So I was vibrating low. I was vibing low. I wasn't vibing high. And, I heard on the podcast that one of them that I was listening to on Hal's podcast, one of the episodes, they were like, you know what, you can't be stressed out if you're in a gratitude thing. Like, because what you're grateful for isn't going to be stressing you out. You just have to have gratitude. And if you live with the gratitude and the, good mindset, and instead of being so afraid of losing the house, I need to just be grateful I have this house right now. Just today, I am so grateful I have this house, rather than so tense and so freaked out about losing this house. Which, honest to goodness, when I first was like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna do that, it made me so anxious. It stressed me out so badly, because it was almost like if I let go the stress of keeping everything together, then it was gonna be taken, right? Like my stress is keeping it here. And which was, I realized it and was like very, wow, what am I doing to myself? Like, this can't be healthy. So I haven't recorded. Nothing's really changed, but I have been working on just my mindset. There's some stuff I'm doing what I can do to change it. It's not like I'm just sitting here not doing anything. I'm doing everything I can do. I am watching friendships kind of slip away, right? And I'm just like, a few of them I'm a little heartbroken over. But it'll come back. You know what? Maybe I just need this time to focus on myself and what I need to be doing. And I need to quit, how come I'm not zooming with them? And how come I'm not talking with them? And how come they're not calling to check on me? And, I'm like, the mindset was not good, because I do realize things I don't have anymore. Connections I don't have anymore. Things I'm too busy to take care of, people that should have my back that are saying a bunch of stuff that's getting back to me. And all of it, right? And then I realized, you know what, but I have some really great friends. I have really great friends. I'm not isolated. I tend to isolate myself because I feel judged, right? But when I call my friends that are really genuinely great friends, they don't do that. They're not doing that. So I've just, tried to be a little more intentional with who I'm talking to and who I am spending my time with, rather than being sad that I'm not talking to everybody like I used to. A lot of it is I don't have time to talk to everybody like I used to. I'm at work all the time. That's what I do. I'm at work all the time. And so, I have a weird circumstance. I get it. So instead of being hurt, I'm just accepting it is how it is. It just is what it is. And I'm just not going to let those people bother me. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be stressed over losing my house. I'm just going to do what I can to keep it. And I'm going to be grateful for it while I have it. And may I have it for the rest of my life. Or until I choose to do something different. Or Rich chooses, like we choose to do something different. But I want to be in charge of making those decisions. And not only is the mindset better, I woke up this morning and just have moved through the day, which is a better, happier, more gratitude. And you know what? I can't say it's going to change anything that's on paper, but it feels better. It just feels better. So maybe this was just part of the bounce that I needed, right? That I didn't need a thing to happen. I just had to kind of get my soul right again. And so I've been really intentional about that this week, and it feels better. It does. It just feels better. And I did a lot of things today that I've been wanting to do, and it's so funny. It's like everything kind of lightened up. Like I'm hearing back from people where I wasn't hearing from people. I'm scheduling meetings where I wasn't scheduling meetings. I'm working on a workshop where I thought I didn't have time to do that. I have started creating some art that just kind of was born from, I want to create something that I'm not trying to sell. It's just fun, right? Some frustration type art. And so I've started that, and I'm hoping to finish one. I keep looking at her because she's hair right now. She's hair. Gone tomorrow. Okay. But I just being stupid at my job that has turned into art. And I just kind of needed that, And so that's just today's. I don't have anything to report. I still don't. I hope that changes quickly. But what I do have to report is I've just been taking a breath. And you know what? I think it's exactly what I needed to do, was just release some stress. Not that anything happened that I should be releasing it, but just using my brain and my mind and that beautiful full moon. That full moons are for releasing, right? New moons are for manifesting. So a lot of kind of meditation and letting some shit go. And most of it's just all in my head, and my stress and my anxiety and all of the things that I've kept really pent up because I had to keep going, and I still have to keep going, and I'm still going through the same shit, but I'm just going to do it a little bit lighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to walk through it. Hopefully, I can't say every moment's going to be this way, but I'm trying to be the change. I'm trying to make the changes that I need. I am trying to do everything that I'm supposed to be doing. And I think it's going to help. I think the vibrations are going to start lining up, right? I'm going to go higher. They will go higher. I've been vibing low, and low shit's been meeting me right where I was at. So I'm just going to raise it, so I'm not meeting them when they come in. I'm going to be here when the good stuff comes in. So that's today's, and I know it's a little bit short, but that's okay. I have things to do. I have art to make. I have hair, and I need to create a person. So I'm going to go do that. So boop, and thanks for being here. Bottom of the bounce. We're at some point not going to be on the bottom, and we're going to start the bounce, and I'm so here for it. But you know what? It might just be a little bit more intentional rather than on paper, right? So that's where I'm at right now. So let me know if you agree, or if you've experienced it, or any tips on how I can do better. I'm always here for that. Boop, boop. I'll talk to you guys soon.